Okay, we're in this near Tokyo Station area again, and today's episode, it's all about these doom and gloom Japan economy videos that you see around YouTube. So doom and gloom. Is Japan over? Is it done? Is it the end? Let's talk about it. So most of my viewers here are most likely in the IT industry as engineers or something like that. Something in that area. And if you look up Japan economy or something, or even if you watch things on YouTube about Japan, you'll notice that lately there's a lot of the yen is over, Japan's done. It's this gloom and doom type of content, which I'm not saying it's not over. I'm not saying it's because, next minute it implodes on itself. I don't know about this stuff. But all I'm trying to say is I think these kind of pessimistic views that guys who work at Dunkin' Donuts have. Okay, I'm not being mean to Dunkin' Donut workers. It's you've got to find your way around life. But it's mostly coming from people who, let's say, don't have skin in the game or don't have they have no real solution. It's just how to scare people and have clickbaits. Just like this video is a clickbait itself. So, what a hypocrite! Hypocrite! What a hypocrite! Okay, my English sucks now. So, okay, let's talk about doom and gloom in Japan and the yen and all that stuff. So the yen is down, and so what? What does that mean to me? So I think a lot of people might ask me, if the economy is going down, why should I go? If it's going to explode, why should I even come anyway? And I think these, to be honest, I'm not an economist, so take everything I say, with a grain of salt. As a grain of salt, which one is it? So, okay, let's say I'm looking at the economy going down. I could look at the same type of content about New Zealand or even Australia. It's just as bad if you look for some bias. Not saying that things won't go bad, but if you're just concentrating on the economy dying and going down, then just give up. There's no point to even come to Japan and think you're going to make anything great out of the experience. So maybe that's the key part, is what do you want from Japan if you come? Of course you'll be giving something and you're taking something back, but if you just want to come here to, I just want to get that 200k job like they do in Silicon Valley, man, it's not, just be realistic. It's not going to happen. Even 100k salary, you're probably not going to get it. I don't care if you get 200k or 100k in Australia, maybe Melbourne or Silicon Valley, you're not going to get it here. So let's just think about things realistically. Quite a few people here today. I've never seen it so busy before. Maybe because of all the food trucks. So let's say, okay, it's going to happen, it's going to explode or something, or implode. There's going to be a nuclear bomb, and I don't know. You can think of any doom and gloom situation. How do I personally hedge against these issues? And I think I just take a real practical approach to it. For example, I'm trying to keep money back in New Zealand. It's really simple. This is not financial advice. This is just how I do it. So keeping some money in a New Zealand bank, maybe keeping money back home in your bank. That's number one. And number two would be something like keeping in contact with as many CEOs or CTOs as you can. Because let's say your company suddenly goes belly up, which is quite interesting. You don't, unless you talk closely to CEOs, you don't really know how close a company is to going belly up. And it's because you're employed by a company. I think we have this pleb mindset that, oh yeah, I'm hired, I've done it, it's all easy now, I just chill out. Well, maybe you can with certain companies, but in general, unless you talk to maybe the CFO and the CEO, you kind of don't know how bad a situation a company is or could be in. So just connecting with many CTOs or CEOs and also not just in your own country, but in other countries that you think. So for example, let's say things go bad in Japan. Vietnam's pretty good actually. The economy's going up, so if you can speak multiple languages and code, you could work in Vietnam. I know this is like a big extreme jump, but I'm just saying, like, you can think of the world as a map. I mean, it is a map, and you don't have to stick to one country if things go bad. And as long as you keep your skills level up and your likability up, the hedge against doomsday. I mean, if you're a doomsday prep engineer, you'll just have a way that you could code to any company around the world. And then look, even if you can just make $2,000 a month, that goes a long way in a lot of these developing countries. So that's my opinion on that kind of stuff about hedging against doomsday or currency. What do you call it? Currency doomsday. There's quite a few. I've never seen it like this before, but it's pretty nice today. So all these the ABCs of like finance and all that. So they say like live below your means or something. So that's something I do, as you can tell. Like, I don't really have a nice haircut, or I barely shave. I just trim it, and my clothes are pretty it's nothing special. You can probably get these free or even less than 1/4 of the price secondhand. Okay, so I'm not trying to say become this minimalist hobo like me, but below your means is something very generic, but below your means can also mean like rent. And you have I think I haven't made a video about rent yet, but it's something I want to talk about in Japan. So you can choose, like my rent's pretty trash, but you could just get a cheap rent for like $500 a month near Tokyo. If you're not if you're like digital nomading, but if you're living, you could get like a $500 rent about like 30 minutes from the centers, or like even a 30-minute walk to some major stations. It's nothing special, but I'm guessing most of the viewers here are single men between the ages of like 18 to 35. So look, you don't have to get those expensive rents. Let's have a look down this middle here. So just about rent. And also, look, if you're more of a long-term thinker here, and even if it does go, let's say your income goes half, you have options, man. You can go to an Akiya, which you can see there's heaps of videos around of Akiya, and you can even rent an Akiya for an Akiya is just like an abandoned home. Just outside of Tokyo, you can rent a pretty crappy, I mean, it's crappy, but it's like you've got a lot of space, so you could enjoy gardening or something like that, but also have a train to go to Shinjuku or Shibuya within, let's say, an hour and a half. So there is an option like that, and those rents you can get in the countryside. It's kind of, it is basically countryside. Those rents will be something like $300-400 a month, and really cheap. So that's your hedge against doomsday. And let's say the ultimate biohazard. Yeah, I really like this view here. So cool. Like this is like the ultimate view, I think, of Tokyo city life. Not city life, but you know what I mean. So if you want to hedge against ultimate doomsday in Japan, you can just live in an Akiya outside of Tokyo for a few $100, and they leave a lot of stuff inside the house for you. Like, you can have a lawnmower for free, toolkit for free. Like, everything you want is like, people give you stuff for free in those kind of areas, so you don't have to worry so much of like furniture. Like all these Akiya already have furniture. Like, I don't know if you feel comfortable with old dead people's furniture, but I mean you go to restaurants all the time and sit on dead people's ex-furniture. I mean, I don't even know if that makes sense, but these doomsday, I'm just trying to say, these doomsday videos don't help you anyway, but how it can help you is find ways to hedge against doomsday situations. And then I think the next point would be something like food. Oh, that's way better. That's way cooler. So going back to food. So I'm not a doomsday prepper, but I really do like to enjoy. Okay, there's different types of doomsday guys. There's the economy doomsday guys who don't give you any advice, but just tell you it's the end of the world. The doomsday preppers about food, and they're in the countrysides of like America, or these kind of guys give really good advice on how to store food. And if you're really that point of you think that Yen's going to crash down and North Korea's going to blow up, whatever, like, okay, then let's remove those fears. Buy like cartons of instant noodles. There you go. Instead of spending $1,000 on a new graphics card, I don't even know if they go up to $1,000. Probably do. What about you buy $1,000 worth of long storage foods, canned tuna, cup ramen. What else? That stuff lasts at least a year. So you have a year of food in your cupboard, and then you can't. You don't really have so much fear. Oh, but Tyrone, what? But okay. So when I say this, there's going to be some people saying, yeah, but you know what? The power's going to be out. Okay, so the power's going to be out. Probably won't be able to get a job. Can I pay for rent for at least 6 months to help me do something else? Yeah, no, but no, Tyrone. What's going to happen is there's going to be no jobs for you then, even if the power goes back on. Okay, well, maybe I can undercut New Zealand engineers, like the minimum wage is $20. So let's say I give $10 an hour to do coding for New Zealand. No, but like what's going to happen is New Zealand's internet's going to go off. Okay, the internet's going to go off. Okay, maybe I can just learn to, because I have a runway of, let's say, 2 years of savings. Maybe I just learn how to grow some potatoes. No, but the potato famine, there's Bill Gates is going to control the. Okay, well, it's infinite. Like the amount of no, but what about it's an infinite amount of no's from NPCs. So I'm just trying to say, like, if you're a young guy, just don't pay attention, but don't pay too much. And if you're all my age, and like, what do you think? Do you think I'm on it? Do you think that's the way that I've really got to improve my speaking ability? So do you think that's the way to think of it? Like, you just got to find ways to remove any risks, any potential risks or hazards, but you still go on trying to do your best in what you want to try. For example, I'm trying to make this community. I like to bring people to Japan and help that out, and also connect with Japanese companies. But of course, when things hit the fan, when things go belly up, you got to have a plan B or a plan C. But Tyrone, Silicon Valley's going to take over all of the. Okay, well, if someone shoots me in my head, I can't do anything about it, right? So the worst case scenario is just you die. And if that's the worst case, then everything else you can probably live past, unless you're no, but Tyrone, but nah. And then you find out the guy who's critiquing you watches doomsday videos 24/7 and works at Dunkin' Donuts. Nothing wrong with Dunkin' Donuts. I think it's a bit too sweet for me, for my liking. But anyway, I hope you kind of get what I'm trying to get to here. And let me know what you think, or just DM me and go, Tyrone, you're spastic. Can we say that word anymore? I don't know. That's the word we used in high school. Tyrone, you're a bit munted. That's munted. I don't know if you can say that. Don't cancel me. And I think it's also. I'm trying to think like this. Even if my income or pay went down to around 75%, for example, I'm trying to, let me push it a bit more, 60%, would I still want to live in this country? And I would say, yes, I do, because even let's say Australia, the income's way better and maybe I could speak English and it'll be way easier. It's more exciting and fun for me to be living here and enjoying this city or maybe this country. So I think it's not just about how much money you can make, it's how enjoyable is your everyday life. And if your everyday life is enjoyable and you found something you really like doing, even if you get paid 75%, or let's say you get 25% less, you still enjoy life in general. And I think that's maybe something I'd like to push a bit more, because even though I love my city and my people back in New Zealand, I would say that I've chosen life here in Tokyo or even Japan over the life I could live in West Auckland. And even though it's a lovely place, probably a bit dangerous now, I'm not too sure. I'll be going back in December for a bit, so let's see. Yeah, that's something also to take into consideration. Just because, so for example, if some Abu Dhabi is like this rich place, right? That's my image. If they offered me like this really great package, like, hey Tyrone, here, 200k to help manage, and to be honest, I'll say no. Like, how much would they have to pay me? Everything has a number, right? Not that anyone's going to give me 200k to go to their country and work, but your everyday life and general happiness is kind of is paramount over how much you can make a year in a different country. So I hope that makes sense. If not, check me, tell me, hey Tyrone, but Tyrone, no, but you said that. And I go, yes, I will contradict myself, and please let me know when I do. But of course, this is all within reason. I'm not an idiot. Like, if the yen goes down, if the whole country, like, absolutely hits rock bottom, which, look, I'm not an economist, but I'm just giving what ifs. Yeah, I'm not an idiot. Of course, I would go back to New Zealand or try to go to Australia. Like, you have to look at these things realistically on both ends. And personally, about like stocks and all that stuff, to be honest, I don't know about it. I tried to research about it, and I felt like I can't control any of these variables. I'm probably going to put it in something dumb, and I don't have time to research all this. I just like to do stuff that I can control. So let's say making my own business, creating connections and all this stuff like that, and improving my skills. Like, that's why I thought, like, no matter how much the taxes I get, no matter how much Japan takes my money from taxes, they can't take my experience, skill, and understanding of, let's say, IT, project management, people skills, or like all these skills I've acquired over the last, let's say, 10 years or so. You can't tax me on that. Like, you can't take away my skills. So as long as I have these, as long as I'm alive. But Tyrone, what if your right arm is removed? Well, I'll just code with one hand. I'd be like Shanks off One Piece. No, but what if your other arm? And I was like, okay, look. Okay, I really like this character because he's really funny. This what if guy's really funny. Yeah, let me know what you think. And of course, like I always say, check out the Discord if you want to talk to like-minded people. Not like me, they're much more normal than I am. Discord for people who want to work in Japan, either freelance or you're already a skilled engineer and you want to see, talk to other people who are already engineers. And also, if you want to directly connect with Japanese companies, check out the DevIppo link. It's a Google form, and it directly sends your information to a possible Japanese company. And then thirdly, add me on LinkedIn. Feel free to have a meeting with me. I really do enjoy talking to each one of you guys, no matter what stage you are at in your career, no matter what stage you are at in your life. It is something I really enjoy. So if you watched this far, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more. But if there was like some type of zombie apocalypse, you can imagine how fun Tokyo would be. Just like stay at the top of that and just snipe zombies. What the hell am I talking about?